just a few days back. How important a deliverable is this for India and the G20?
Look, the G20, the New Delhi Declaration, and all that the New Delhi Declaration covers are all deliverables. But, you know, some deliverables are, by the very nature of the issue, come in small doses. Other deliverables are concrete, straight up front. So I don't want to draw comparisons because comparisons at the best of time will be odious. But let me tell you, the Global Biofuels Alliance is very special because it brings countries together, those who are producers of biofuels, those who are consumers, those who are interested in international standards and specifications, technical issues, and those who are interested in encouraging biofuels from the point of view of facilitating and accelerating the journey towards net zero. So the very fact that biofuels have been around for a long time. I was ambassador to Brazil between 2006 and 8, and I used to deal with Unica. Unica is one of the, it's a cooperative society which deals with biofuels production. And I've been dealing with them for the last, since 2006. But I never thought, even then, we always had the ambition, we have always had the desire that we should move towards an international arrangement. The Brazilians in 2006 used to tell me that, look, if India comes with us and along with the United States, we could have an international arrangement. But India's biofuel production till 2014 was only about 1.5%. Right. And that also we wanted 5% in some of our states and union territories. We couldn't get beyond 1.5%. Right. Today, against a target of 10% by November 2022, you did it 5 months in advance. You did 10%. Today you have a target of 20% biofuels blending for 2030. You're going to do it by 2025. Right. And I can tell you, it's an idea whose time has come. It's an idea which is being implemented, and whether it is the automobile manufacturers who will provide flexi-fuel engines, whether it is the producers of agricultural products, but more than that, look at the technological advance. Your second generation ethanol plants are going to be made from agricultural waste or parali. You know, instead of burning the thing and toxicity being produced and all of us not being able to breathe in Delhi, today you will have a situation where that will help produce ethanol, then compressed biogas, all this. So it's a very major development, and I think the full impact of it. Look, I don't think we should celebrate anything till it's finally done. Well, I can tell you, I've been a proponent of the idea for the last 20 years. And I can tell you, I see tremendous potential. And what I see more than that, it's something that people are waiting through. So it's no surprise that the heads of state and government of these countries joined our Prime Minister in order to welcome and initiate the event.
But how will this drive the agenda of greater adoption of biofuels across the world, ethanol blended fuel? How do you think this will drive the agenda? What will be the pillars of this alliance going forward?
Well, I think the answer is very simple. The answer actually comes from the fact that you make an assessment, what is the nature of the biofuels market today? According to the IEA, the International Energy Association, the biofuels market today is about $92 billion, less than $100 billion. But it is expected by 2030 to go up to $192 billion. So, I mean, kaha $92 billion and kaha $192 billion. Now, who will want to drive this forward? There are those who have the capacity. I mean, if you are a country which has natural resources, natural endowments, you have land, you have sunshine, you can grow crops, you can have biomass, you can make it from agricultural waste, you can make it from bamboo as in India. So once that consciousness starts permeating through, you see, people are just used to the idea of biofuels being a small part. They're used to the idea of fossil fuels. And frankly, fossil fuels are the mainstay. But you try to go into alternate forms of energy, you try to go into nuclear energy, you ran into some problems there. There are issues relating to, safeguards, safety of reactors, etc. But more than that, today in biofuels, I don't think you have those impediments. In India, the biofuel plants are all made indigenously. They are Atmanirbharta, they are full. And even the third generation plant we're doing is with some technological collaboration. But this can be an entire homegrown win-win for our agriculture sector, for our fuel sector. And it's not just this compressed biogas, Satat plants, etc. So this is a story which I think is not only unfolding, but I think, as I said, I think the moment has arrived.
Sir, the fact that India and the emerging markets could build consensus on the wording of the Ukraine-Russia war, what does this say about India's maneuvering capability on the G20 table?
I have been a diplomat for 39 years. By diplomat, I mean I was a foreign service officer. I was a grade 1 ambassador for God knows how many years. I have never doubted India's diplomatic acumen or the professionalism of my young colleagues. So I never had any doubts. Insofar as the rest of this whole declaration, read it. I mean, it has stuff in it on climate. It has stuff in it on digital infrastructure. It has stuff on it on health. So I think the whole value, it will be remembered. The New Delhi Declaration is going to be remembered because this is a solid piece of advancement. Now, when the executive heads of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank and the President of the United States, the Prime Minister of Japan, Canada, Brazil, they all get together and they have unanimously adopted this. So I think the moment is one of quiet satisfaction, celebration and rejoicing. But as I said, the G20 was born in a moment of crisis. Today you are facing such a crisis. And the fact that an Indian presidency can address those multiple crises wherever they are, I think we should step back and thank all involved for having pulled this off.
And finally, sir, there has been an infrastructure corridor announced between India, Europe and the Gulf. How important do you think is that?
Everything is very important, including, but I'll have to seek your understanding. I have a line of my young friends here.
Janakpuri, thank you so much for speaking to us.